Warlike got us a sharp $4 winner in the Robert G. Dick Memorial, Grade 3. Congratulations to Billy Mott and Junior Alvarado and the owner, George Krikorian. Let's turn the page here. The big feature of the year, the Grade 2 $500,000 Delaware Handicap for the best filly and mares in the country. We've had a bunch of champions win this race. Obia, Royal Delta. Last year, Idiomatic won this race. She would go on to win an Eclipse Award for champion filly and mare last year. Will that happen this year? Well, let's take a look. We'll find out here in a little bit. Let's start with the one Malibu Beauty from the Gary Capuano barn. Gary Capuano has won over 20 stake races here at Delaware Park. He's been a mainstay. He's been a major force here at Delaware, and they've been aiming for this race all year long with Malibu Beauty, the 6-year-old mare by Buffum. She has a bunch of early speed. She gets a 111 early time form rating. She ran a real big second, going 6 furlongs June 21st. Gary said he ran her in that race just because he didn't want to give her a work, so he figured he'd run her 6 furlongs. That was better than a work. So looks like it worked pretty well for him. She ran a good second that day. A sharp win going a mile here at Delaware. Coming off the layoff, that was late May. She earned a 74 Beyer speed figure that day. That was her 4th win here at Delaware. Overall, she's 9 for 12 in the money here at Delaware. Her jockey, J.G. Torrealba, he'll get a forwardly placed ground-saving trip on this mare. Reading the press releases, Gary said she can run all day long, and she's going to use that early speed. So Malibu Beauty, most likely going to the front. We'll see how far she can go. Will she get this demanding mile and 3/16 distance? We'll see. She's 10-1 morning line. No way should she be 45-1. That'll come down. Big value there if she goes off at that big of a price. Let's take a look at the 2 Honor D Lady 3-1 morning line here for Safi Joseph Jr. Jose Ortiz already found the winner circle once today. He's looking for another win. This 4-year-old filly by Honor Code, she ran a good second after stumbling bad at the start in the Ladies' Secret up there at Monmouth. Got beat 4.5 lengths that day, but still turned in a 93 Beyer speed figure. So that was a decent effort, and that was a real nice win in the Grade 3 Royal Delta back in February at Gulfstream. She turned in a 94 Beyer speed figure that day. So I like her. I use her at the end of my picks. I just think she's in real tough here, and you're not getting much value on the 2 Honor D Lady, 5-2. So I use her at the end of my picks here in the Del Cap. I pick her 4th. Let's take a look next at the 3 Saddle Up Jessie from the Brittany Russell barn. Sheldon Russell rides this 5-year-old mare by More Than Ready, and she was 3rd right behind Honor D Lady last out up there in the Ladies' Secret, but she might be capable of better. She did earn a big 92 Beyer speed figure with that effort. She had a nice stakes win last February up there at Aqueduct going a mile. She earned a 87 Beyer speed figure with that win, wire to wire. She's a perfect 2 for 2 here at Delaware. She's in deep water today. Will she get the distance? We'll see. I don't use her in my picks. She's 16-1 right now. Let's take a look next at the 4 Queen of Missoula from the Ben Colbrick barn. This 4-year-old filly by Liam's Map. She has a big late kick. She gets a 119 late time form rating, and she's won going a mile and a quarter twice. That was on synthetic on the Tapeta at Turfway earlier this winter. She earned her 80 Beyer speed figure when she won that 2 other than allowance race on the Tapeta going a mile and a quarter last February. Since then, just okay. She didn't run too well in the Grade 3 at Keeneland in April. She was a decent 3rd going 9 furlongs last out in the Allaire DuPont down there at Pimlico. The place horse in that race would come right back to win. So she's in here with a shot. She likes this distance. I don't use her, but if you like her, you're getting 14-1 there on the 4. The 5 Morning Matcha. She was 3rd in this race last year. Mike Sanchez rides her trainer Butch Reed. Morning Matcha came off the winter break and had a real sharp win in the Unique Bella at Parks in April. In her most recent race, she had a troubled start there. Butch Reed said just draw a line through that race in the Better Roses. She's a lot better than that. So I picked the 5 Morning Matcha 2nd. She's 7-1 right now. Your morning line favorite and your heavy 3-5 favorite now, the 6 Wet Paint for the homebred for Godolphin. She's by Blame, trained by Brad Cox, who won this race last year with Idiomatic. Look, Wet Paint was real good as a 3-year-old. She's a Grade 1 winner as a 3-year-old. She was second going a mile and a quarter in the Grade 1 Alabama. That was last year. She had a long winter break. Her 2 races this year, yes, they've been against Grade 1, Grade 3 company, tough races, but they've just been so-so. She's a deep closer, so she'll be making a late run. Will she get there? Will she be good enough as a 4-year-old? We'll see. I pick her third in this spot. You're not getting any value, 3 to 5, so I pick her third in this spot. Scratch the 7. I'm going with the long shot on top here. The 8, Abundancia for Trainer Juan area. Got out of the barns red hot. They're hitting at 34%. Julio Hernandez is having a phenomenal meet. This 4-year-old filly by California Chrome. She won going a mile and a half against Group 2 company last summer in Peru. So she's tested at this distance. She most recently had a real strong second behind Best Dream, who's running 95 buyers down there at Gulfstream. And I think this mare ran a real big second with an 89 buyer speed figure in that race. She had a real sharp bullet workout July 1st here at Delaware, 48-2. I think the 8, Abundancia, is sitting on a monster 4-year-old campaign for a sharp trainer. So I put her on top. She's 16-1. Riders up for the Grade 2 $500,000 Delaware Handicap. My picks are 8, 5, 6, 2. We're 5 minutes out. Good luck.